Hello, St. Michael's. It's good to be back with you again for today's assembly. I hope you're all well.
Auntie Pearl lives alone in her tiny council house with only her budgie for company. Long gone are the days when the house was noisy with family life. Her children had grown up and moved away long ago, and had children of their own. Her grandkids lived in Australia and she hardly ever sees them. These days she just sits on her threadbare sofa and knits all the time away, especially this year because of lockdown and she couldn't get out at all.
Knit one, purl one. Knit one, purl one.
Auntie Pearl has so much time on her hands, she's managed to knit a whole drawer full of hats, scarves, gloves, an oversized Christmas jumper, and a beautiful knitted dolly with brushable hair. Normally she gives them to a shoebox appeal, but even that's been cancelled. She hasn't a clue what to do with them all. And while she knits, she remembers the good old days. The church Christmas fair, singing in the choir. She remembers the story of Mary and Joseph, how there was no room for them at the inn, and the baby Jesus was laid in a manger with the animals.
I would have invited them in.
Auntie Pearl also remembers the story of the wise men who gave presents to baby Jesus. She wishes she had been there and met baby Jesus. She wondered what gift she would have given him. Anyway, you better get to bed, Auntie Pearl. Tomorrow it will be Christmas Day.
It'll be a very different Christmas this year. I'll get an early night.
Auntie Pearl takes out her teeth and turns off the bedside lamp. Snuggling down under her hand-knitted blanket, she starts to dream. In her dream, she hears a voice. She recognizes this voice. It's Jesus.
I know you're lonely, Auntie Pearl, and I know it won't be much of a Christmas this year, but I'm coming to visit you. Look out for me, won't you? And make me welcome.
Wow, Auntie Pearl's in a good mood this morning. She can't wait to have a visit from Jesus. She leaps out of bed. Ouch, that's her arthritis. Oh well, the spring in her step is metaphorical. She hobbles down the stairs and puts on the kettle. Even before that it's boiled, there's a ring at the doorbell.
Just a minute, dear. I need to put my teeth in. Oh, I wonder if that's Jesus come to visit me. Hello?
Parcel for you.
Oh, right. How disappointing. I was expecting a visitor. That must be the budgie food. Gosh, you do look tired, dear. Are you all right?
Not really. I've been up all night delivering parcels and I've still got a van load to do. I don't know if I'm going to get to see my family at all today, and the pay is so little I haven't been able to get presents for all my kids. I normally complain, but sometimes life really gets me down.
Well, that sounds like a lot. How many do you have?
About 35.
35? That's an awful lot of kids.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant parcels. No, only 3 kids. Amy desperately wanted one of those fail fix toys this year. They're all the craze, but they're way too expensive.
You just wait there. I have just the thing. She's not exactly Barbie, but she's got a complete wardrobe of changeable clothes and a suitcase of wigs and accessories. Why don't you take it for Amy? I'd hate to keep the doll for no reason.
Are you sure? She'll love that. So kind of you.
My pleasure. Enjoy Christmas, won't you? And good luck with all those parcels.
I will. You've made my Christmas and Amy's. I can't wait to see her face. Thank you again and goodbye.
Well, I'm glad the doll found a home, and maybe Jesus will come this afternoon. Knit one, purl one. Knit one, purl one. Hello? Oh, Eileen, how are you? Really? The boiler? Well, that's the 4th time it's broken this month. How can you get someone out to fix it? No, suppose not on bank holiday. I'm sure you're cold. You must be freezing. How are you going to cook the Christmas dinner? Raw sprouts? No, please don't eat them raw. I wouldn't recommend that. Why don't you pop round here? My heating's working. You'll warm up in no time. It's only next door. I've got a turkey ready meal. But I'm sure I can eke it out and we can boil the sprouts in my cooker. It's no trouble.
So Eileen arrives at Pearl's house with freezing hands, a very pale face, and a bag of raw sprouts. Pearl wastes no time in helping Eileen warm up. She hands her the hand-knitted Christmas jumper.
Oh, Pearl, I wouldn't have known what to do. Thank you so much for having me over. And I love the jumper. My puce isn't normally my colour, but I do love cats. So clever of you to stitch the sprout motifs. I'm warming up already.
You're welcome, my dear. What are neighbours for? It's turning out to be a good day.
Pearl and Eileen busy about cooking a slap-up Christmas dinner, complete with sprouts. With blankets on their knees, they settle down to watch The Queen and Birds of a Feather Christmas special before Eileen gets a call from the boiler man and heads back home.
Thank you, dear. For a lovely afternoon, you've made it very special. Happy Christmas, Pearl.
What a busy day. And I still haven't had my very special visitor yet. I hope I haven't missed him.
Auntie Pearl returns to the sofa and picks up her knitting. But no sooner has she cast on a new row of sounds, singing drifts into her living room. Shuffling over to the window and peering out into the cold night air, she can make out a group of carol singers. Their singing is lovely, but she can see that one of the singers is shivering. When she looks closer, she sees that none of the singers are very well wrapped up against the cold.
What shall I do? I don't have money for their charity books, but I could give them something to help keep them warm. That was lovely, dears, but you look freezing cold. Put these on to keep warm.
Auntie Pearl can tell that the singers were not well off. She can tell from their accents they were from different countries too. It's good to hear the stories and share a bit of her Christmas with them. When they all say goodbye and carry on their way, Pearl goes back inside. It had been a tiring day and she's ready for bed. She suddenly is aware that someone is in her room, but this time it's not a dream. Pearl thinks about her day and all the people she saw. The delivery driver, Aline, her neighbour, and the carol singers from abroad. At once she comes into her mind, hears each one of them say, "Didn't you see me, Auntie Pearl?"
Who are you?
I was hungry and you fed me. I was naked and you clothed me. I was cold and you helped me warm up. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. I came to you today in every one of those you helped and welcomed.
Then is all quiet and still, only the clicking of her knitting needles. A great peace and happiness seems to fill the room, overflowing Auntie Pearl's heart, until she wants to burst out singing and laughing and dancing with joy.
So he did come, after all.